Hey guys and gals, Ron Ipach here. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video. Now, I've got an extremely important subject I want to be talking about. As a matter of fact, it's so important and there's so much information I want to share with you on this that I'm actually spreading it out over the next few videos. So I don't know how many videos I'm going to be doing in this little mini series, but it's going to be all about money. That's right, money. The reason why I'm talking about money is because it's what you're in business to do. It's what gets you out of bed every single morning and gets you into the shop, and where you pour your blood, sweat, and tears and you bust your ass every single day dealing with all that pressure and all the stuff you deal with every single day is so you can make money. Okay, so that's why we're going to be talking about it, and I'm going to be talking about this all week, maybe through the rest of this year. And I think this is a great time of year to be talking about this because look, we are at the end of the year and everybody puts their goals together for next year. So we gotta kind of figure out where we're at right now. So how was this year? Did you have a good year? Did you have a bad year? Did you have a so-so year? Regardless where you're at right now, if you want to do better next year, fantastic. That's really what this is all going to be about. So I'm going to be talking about how to make more money, how to keep more money, and depending on where you are in your business, where you should be in your investing your money right now, especially in this economy. Some of you are getting closer to retirement. Some of you are still growing your businesses and you're younger. I'll give you some tips on where I believe you should be investing your money so that your future gets better and better and better. Okay, so where are you right now? Are you happy with the income that you have this year? Are you kind of so-so? Do you even know how much money you made this year? I remember for years and years and years, I had no earthly idea how much I made in my business until I talked with my accountant the following April. When I had to pay my taxes, that's when I figured out. I looked down at the bottom line, and maybe you do this now or used to do that like I did. You go all the way down to the bottom line to see, oh, that's how much I made last year. Let me tell you, I managed to survive doing that for a few years, but I don't want you doing that, okay? So if you do that too, let this be the last year you ever wait till April to find out how much you made, okay? Because we need to know where you're at right now, because think of it like this, as a scoreboard. If you know exactly where you're at right now, you either know whether you're ahead of your goals or behind or right on line with your goals. And it also helps you determine, are you going to put more work into it? Do you need to make changes to your plans because you're behind? Or can you go on cruise control? You're winning the game of life and you're making good money. Can you afford to go on cruise control if that's really what you want to do? But unless you know where you're at right now, that's the only way you're going to know what to do as we move forward. I think it's important to point out that as a business owner, you realize that you're 100% in charge of how much money you make. Okay, you have the ability to make changes in your business to make your business better. Okay, you get paid actually two different ways. Number one, you get paid for working in the business. You're turning wrenches, you're selling service. So you're acting as an employee of the business, helping run the business. Okay, so you have one income, and think of this as your salary. If you take a biweekly salary from the business, that's what you're getting paid for working in the business. At the end of the year, like right now, when the year is over, if there's money left over in the business account after all the bills are paid, that's what we call profit, and that is yours as well. So you get paid as an employee, doing the salary stuff all through the year. At the end of the year, whatever's left over is an additional income source for you. Okay, so it's real important you understand that because you're in charge of both of those, okay? If you're not paying yourself enough salary, well, raise your salary, okay? You can't get paid less than your employees are doing because you do the business stuff there too. But you also need to have a lot of money left over at the end in the profits, and you're 100% in control of that. And again, we'll talk about those as we go through these videos, because I think it's important that you understand it's up to you. If you didn't make the money, you get to make the changes to help yourself go forward. Okay, so let's talk about how much money is in your bank account. Now, as a business owner, again, I get it. You probably have multiple bank accounts. So let me be very clear on what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the business bank accounts. Okay, we'll talk about that on maybe the next video. What I'm talking about today is your personal bank account. Okay, so forget about what's in the business account for right now. I want to know what's in your personal account. And here's the reason why this is so important. Okay, you're in the business to make money. You're not running a charity. You're running a for-profit business. And the profits and the money that the business pays you goes in your personal bank account, doesn't it? Right? Okay, because your personal account is what funds your lifestyle. It buys the house you live in, the car you drive, the vacations you go on, the food you put on the table, the kids, the kids' school, what kind of school they go to, and even the fun toys that you may be having, your hobbies and different things. The money that goes into your personal account is there to fund that. And a lot of shop owners get this wrong. And I did this for a while too. I looked at the wrong bank account to see if I was doing well or not. Okay, the business account is the business. Your personal account is what's left over. It's the fruits of the labor that you put into the business. Okay, so let's focus only on the personal account right now. Okay, I want you to look at the bank account balance. If you have access to your personal bank account online, then as soon as I'm done with this video, or you can even put it on pause, pull up your bank account and look at your personal balance. Okay, what is left? What's in your personal bank account or bank accounts, period. Okay, if you don't have access online, as soon as we're done with this video, go down to the bank or call the bank on the phone and find out what those bank account balances are. Now, this is very, 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 very important, because now it's going to kind of gauge where you're going to go as we move forward. If you're thrilled, fantastic. Do you want to make more next year? Fantastic. Stay with me. If your bank account isn't where it needs to be right now, or maybe it was okay and you want more, fantastic. Now we can start working on a plan to fix that. So, for example, let's say there's not enough money in that personal account. Now, that could be a lot of different reasons, but two main reasons come to mind right now of why that personal bank account maybe isn't where it needs to be. Number one, maybe the business isn't paying you enough of a salary for the work that you're doing in the business, or maybe there's not enough profits left over after everybody else gets paid to pay you, or regardless, the business on either side of it isn't paying you enough. If so, look, we can work on a plan to make the business more profitable. But let's just say the business is doing really well. You're getting paid a really good salary and you're getting paid really good profits, but the bank accounts are still too low. Well, that could be an indication that you're maybe living above your means. Maybe you're just spending too much money, and you're not able to save money, or you're not investing that money into the right areas. If so, great, we can come up with a plan to figure out how to make that part of it better. Or maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe you're not paying yourself enough and you got too much going out. So your homework right now, go online, go down to the bank, call the bank, find out exactly what's in your personal bank account so that we have that starting point that we can work with, okay? We'll then figure out where your goal is going to be, and then we can come up with a plan to get there. But we can't get to the destination unless we know where we are right now. Now, in the next video, we're going to be talking about your business bank account and why I think it's probably the wrong account to be looking at if you're trying to figure out your goals for next year. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.